Welcome back everyone to another weekly product training session. Today the topic that we would be looking at is the how to map your organization's hierarchy in the Kylas system. So I will quickly introduce myself. So my name is Arjun Kharat. I work with Kylas as a business analyst. And today I would be conducting this training session on the topic that we just mentioned on the organization's hierarchy in the Kylas system. The agenda that we would be having in today's training session. So mostly we would be covering these 3 points and would be looking at more of business strategy, uses of Kylas system in terms of a user, a manager, and how or on the hierarchy as we goes up. So like manager, the senior manager, we can have like VP, SVP, senior vice president till a CEO. So this topic in this we have divided it into these three agendas. Starting first, we would be looking at setting up your organization's reporting structure in the Kylas. So this would be very simple and just couple of steps setup that we would be doing against a lot of users or the users that we have in this system. Next, we would be looking at understanding how leaders and managers can access the data. So the way I earlier said, like we would be looking at this system from a manager point of view as well as a normal user point of view. And then last but so here in this third, we would be looking at how the hierarchy actually helps the manager and upper hierarchy to view the information as to what a user is actually doing, how your nurturing activities are being performed, what all things are done on a record within your Kylas CRM. To start this, let's consider a business use case. So I will relate this to a very generic use case. So in our organizations, we work into different teams. When I say different teams, so basis on your organization structure, whether you are selling a product or a service or whatever it is, the services that you are delivering to your customer. Now, this structure has been divided into different teams. So the roles and responsibilities for each of your team will vary based on the teams that they work in the area. Now here we will consider one simple example that can be correlated with, I guess, most of the common organization. Here we have some products. So I will consider as a cricket sports since we have IPL. So I have a business where I'm selling cricket related equipment. So we can consider like cricket bat, cricket shoes, then cricket kit, which includes the pads, helmet, your knee guards, and many other things. Now here, since this is a new brand in the market, I have couple of teams who work differently, having different roles and responsibility. So when I say different teams, we can say like a marketing team who would be marketing my products to a different segments of users or the customers available in the market. So that could be age ratio or the people who are playing cricket into different categories. Then I have a pre-sales team who actually interact with the end customer, demonstrate them about the product, whether it's online or in the shop, whatever different kinds of mode I have for the pre-sales team. Then I have sales team where actually the product gets sales to the end customer, and then I have one feedback team. Or I have one finance team where actually all the equipments, their billing and everything will be done. Now we can look at this in the Kylas system. So whatever I just explained right now, we can actually look at those in the system. Uh, okay. So when we log into the Kylas system, this is the first dashboard thing that we would be looking at the first place. Earlier, as I said, I have products that are in the cricket segment. So in my system, I have couple of products, that is MRF bats and second is SS bats. So these are the two products which I have available in my system. Now in my Kylas system, this is the one of the menu, user management, where I can add the users basis on the needs. So to access this, we simply have to go to CRM setting. We'll see a list of all the users available in my system. Now here I'm seeing this many users that are available in my system. Now, when I'm adding a user, I should be also adding a reporting to person so that this particular person is reporting to one of the manager that I have in my organization structure so that the manager can view, track and understand what all activities he is doing. Now here we have different teams. So when I say different teams, that we can say a profile permission. So here I have sales team who actually look into all the sales activity. Then I have one admin person who usually manage the administrative work. And then I have one more team which is finance only, which look after all the invoices and other things. Now here within a sales team, okay, on this top, I can see this is showing there are 3 users available in this particular profile, or I can say within this particular team. So who all these members are? So I have Babita, then Siddhant, and then Sham as 3 member working in my sales team. Okay. Towards a single motive, that generating more sales for my business. Now here, when these 3 people are working, I also need one supervisor who can actually monitor all the activity, guide the team wherever they stuck, conduct the training and lot of things. Now, in terms of record and other things, uh, we introduce this reporting to option on a user profile. So if we look at the profile permission, the profiles are segregated into 3 categories. So let me show you what all 3 categories. The starting first is the basic access. So here we have given the basic access against each of entities. So for example, if we consider lead management, so here basis on the access, the user can read the lead data. He can update the lead information or delete or create a lead information. So this will be totally wholly solely with the respective users only. Then second, we have one administrative access category where we have given leverage of read all, update all or delete all level access where the user actually can where the user actually can read all the information about lead available in this system or update them or even delete them. And then last but not the least, we have this special access. Now when we have lead information, we also need to connect with them via phone, add the information in forms of notes that the person has visited the store and interested into multiple products, or I can schedule a meeting online where I can actually demonstrate the different products that I'm selling to the customer. I can send an email product details to them in terms of email template format, then message. and many more. Like I can create a document as well. So like I can create the address detail where I need to deliver this shipment and many more. So these are the different special access can be accommodated basis on the business need. Now moving back to our topic. Now here we have this information. Now I will go to manage user section and let me remove this filter so that we can see all the user available in this system. Okay, perfect. Now here we are seeing all the users available in my system. Now specific to sales team, here I have this sales profile. Now here this Siddhant is works at the very entry level where he actually meet the customers that are coming to shop or by online meeting or virtually, whatever the lead we are getting from different sources like Facebook or the lead capture form that I have listed on my website and many more. So all this information is getting to Siddhant, and he is taking responsibility of managing all those leads as a being a salesperson. Now, I have assigned Babita as a reporting to, or in our business term as a manager for Siddhant Khara. So how this I have done when I go to Siddhant's profile. So like earlier at the start of this session, as I said, ki this adding of manager or reporting to is just a few clicks, and within that the reporting to will be added. So here I have added Babita Fogat as a reporting to person for the Siddhant Kharat. Now when I add reporting to for Siddhant, now all the records that Siddhant owes that will be ultimately get shared with the Babita. So the access of all the records is directly getting shared with the Babita Fogat. Here we have not given the administrative access of reading all the data available in the system. Neither by which the Siddhant is actually sharing the record with the Babita. So here no sharing rule is created, neither anything. But as we add the reporting to this records is ultimately getting shared with the Siddhant Khara. Now let me show that to you how it is actually being done. So now let me go to Kylas and I will log in for with the Babita's account. Okay. Now if I go to my account section, okay, so I'm seeing Babita Fogat is the current user logged in. Now here I'm seeing there are multiple records. So total I have here 71 items that is showing for the Babita. Now to quickly bifurcate this, so I will say owner is equal to or even not equals to Babita. So here what I'm saying, all the records for whose Babita is not owner. So whatever the records that we are seeing over here are actually available based on all the share rules that got created when I added Babita as a manager for Siddhant. So if I need to show you one more example, so let me show you this with another. Okay. Now I have logged in with another user and here I'm not seeing anything. So there is no record available for this particular user. And which user is this? So this is Sham Sundar user. Okay. Now he doesn't seeing anything when he logged in, neither for any lead, deal, contact, company, or any other entities that are available in the system. Yep. Why this is happening? So let me help you with that as well. Now, when we go to Sham Sundar, Okay, he falls under same team, that is sales, and he does not have any reporting to, neither he is reporting to someone else, nothing is there. And if we, so the screen that you are seeing currently is actually of super admin, meaning he can see everything. So if I go to lead and look for owner, and if I type Sham over here, then I'm not seeing anything for the Sham user. Now what we will do over here is, okay, now I will go to Babita's profile, and here what I will do, I will add Sham Sundar as a manager for Babita, and let's save this. Okay, so as soon as I add Sham as a reporting tool, you will see this reporting tool is started appearing on the listing page itself. And here we can actually get a glimpse as to who is reporting to which manager. Now let's go back to our Sham's login and bingo. Now we are seeing all the records available for Sham. So let's look at the profile and confirm, yes, it is Sham only. And this started showing up all the records that are available. So here we can actually see and put a filter basis on Babita, what all records are here. So Babita have total 18 records. Then now Babita is having only 18 records, but here on the top, I'm actually seeing more than 18 records. So I'm seeing total 69 records. So why this is happening? So let's look at another user's information, that is Siddhant Kharat. Now here, this particular user have total 51 records. Okay. Now this user is having 51 records plus those 14 resulting into 65. Now there is some additional records, or we are having additional record. So those are actually, so let me remove this. Okay, so total 16. So we can look at how many records are there. So we have total, Siddhant is also listed here, Babita is also listed here. Yep, so we are seeing this many records. So let me put a filter. Owner is Arjun Karal, so there are no records. So let's look at for another Babita. So here we have 18, and then for Siddhant, let's look at how many records are there. So we have 51. So total 51 plus 18 resulting into 69 records. So if you notice, what here actually happened is we have a user Siddhant, okay, who works at a very front line and look at all the sales related information. Now here what I have done, I have added Babita as manager for Siddhant, who is a store manager for the particular area or a region. So whatever Siddhant is actually doing is visible to Babita ultimately. Now I have another user, which is a Shyam Sundar, who is actually a regional head of that particular area. And here the Babita is reports to Mr. Shyam Sundar. So all the records that Babita owes is ultimately getting shared with the Shyam. Not only Babita's record, but plus whatever Siddhant owes. So here the bucket is getting considered by adding Babita plus Siddhant, both record with the Sham, as Sham is sitting on a higher authority, being a regional manager for my cricket equipments. So the way earlier I said that we can accommodate from the very ground level till the top management. So like the salesperson, the frontliner who actually works hardly for us on the front line. Then we have another level who is the manager who actually supervise, helps the team to achieve their goals and the sales. They can actually see the data. And along with that, we have another hierarchy where we have where where we have apologies where we have higher people who are regional managers, or we can say CTO, or we can say VP of sales, or the sales head. So we can add the hierarchy basis on how the tree is structured within your organization, and this data will be available for all of those. Now, since the information is getting shared with the another level of hierarchy, now if uh, assume that a person, let's say Babita, is actually reports to Sham Sundar as well as Geeta. Now what I can do, so considering this store actually falls under two regional manager. So here we do not have limited of adding only one manager, but also we can actually add multiple reporting to as well. So here the store manager's data can be shared with the regional manager, as well as there is another regional manager I can share with them as well. So on another hierarchy level, or the top hierarchy level, the information can be shared with multiple people by adding them in the same field. So here I can add Geeta as another salesperson. Okay, and let me see. Okay, so let me log into and sign up. So here, basis on the access. So Geeta is now actually available to view the leads meeting. Since she have only lead related access, she can view all the leads that are available in the system, along with what is being shared by Babita as well as Siddhant. So let me add filter and I will include Babita as well as Siddhant both's record. And here, if you remember, when we saw Sham's login, there we actually saw total 69 records. And here in the filter, I have added owner as Babita and Siddhant only. Users. So by this, we can actually understand the only information of those users actually got shared with the user that we added as a reporting to in the section. So here in this case, that is Geeta. Now this information is getting shared with the manager. Now what about the users? How it is with them? Now if I click here and let me add a filter, and I will set not equals and select the Siddhant Karath as a user, since I have logged in by Siddhant, and who actually works at a ground level and take care of all the users or all the customer that are visiting to my store, either physically or by online. So here I'm seeing there are total 11 records for which I'm not the owner, or the Siddhant is not the owner. So these records, how they are appearing? So there is a share rule or something that is manually created, or or there was a meeting schedule for this records, and this user Siddhant is somehow was added in the meeting, and ultimately it got shared with the Siddhant as well. So this is how, apart from manually creating share rule, you can actually add a reporting to and create the hierarchy within your organization to manage the data, to manage the teams, and also keep the data privacy within your team. So when I say data privacy, so marketing team users, they can have their own records, and their manager can only view their team's information along with what he owes in this system. Similar to that, on the other side, like pre-sales or the sales, they will have a separate team, separate record with the basic information and the special access in order to call or message them. And this information can be shared with the another hierarchy for the sales. So like sales team can report to sales manager, then the uh, regional sales head, VP of sales, and then the CEO. Now, this structure will be getting built within the Kylas, and the data will get shared with the users as we add or goes up in the hierarchy. Okay, so starting first, what we saw today is how we can set up the organization's reporting structure with just one field and adding the users basis on your organization. We have also seen or understood how the manager can actually view the data of their fellow colleagues, whoever are reporting to them. Along with also we have seen the report is login when they are assigned to a manager. So what all information they can see. Also, we have seen from the both point, like from the manager point of view and a user point of view. And also we have seen the data represented to managers and how they can actually view the activities by going in detail of that particular record uh, by looking at the notes, calls, and other information. Uh, I think this is what we covered for today. Okay, thank you everyone for joining the weekly product training session. We would be connecting again in next week with another exciting topic to learn more about the Kailas product and how we can use it at its best.